Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense has been incredible over the past couple of weeks. And today we're going to break down the quarterback, the offensive line, some of the route concepts of the Bears against the Lions. Let's jump right into it. So on the first play of the game, the Bears obviously ran the read option and went for 28 yards. The read was right here, number 98. If 98 takes the inside, Fields keeps the ball to the outside. If 98 keeps a base and contains the outside, then Justin Fields hands the ball and the running back takes it on an inside zone. Such a difficult play to stop, and it's crazy because not every quarterback has the speed and the ability to run these read options. In fact, 98% of quarterbacks cannot do this right here. But Justin Fields has that unique quickness, that explosive ability that if he pulls the ball here, the defender's not going to be able to contain the inside and at the same time flip his hips and chase Justin Fields on the outside run. Very, very nice read. Very interesting play design. Because I don't like quarterbacks running read options 15 times a game. But I do like it on the game's very first play because it kind of sets up every single play after this. That defensive end will not crash down ever again. He will 100% play the quarterback going forward. Let's go ahead and jump forward into the second play of the game. You got a 9-yard run by David Montgomery. Beautiful job up front with blocking. And Montgomery, of course, makes some plays after the first contact. But let's break this play down a little bit. You have a crack toss, so number 10 is going to block down. The tackle's going to pull out. And then from this guard to the backside, everyone is basically taking the gap to their right. So it's basically a zone on the backside, although it's technically a power run. If you guys watch the left guard job with the front side seal, keep an eye on him. Really nice job getting to the outside of number 54. It's a nice hard step. Gets out there, flips his hips. That's a winning block right there. Just backing it up a couple frames. If you watch this, he has a inside reach on the defensive tackle here who was playing that 2-eye technique. When I say he's a fighter, he does a great job using his hands and fighting through defenders. As he gets out of his stance, you see him lock up with that defensive lineman. It's really those hands. You see those hands come out wide. Those hands are going to come and attack the defensive tackle's hands. He's going to punch those hands down, get to the inside, get his body in the correct position. And he's going to just shut this down by sealing it on the backside. So center Sam Mustipher has a difficult block on number 34 here, and he's not going to be able to get there. He has a super hard angle to try to get to 34. Isn't able to get there. And 34 does end up getting to the play. Now, the fullback obviously takes him on, which means if no one ends up blocking number 97. And you can see right there, 97, although he misses, was the initial guy that would have essentially made the play. I mean, look at Braxton Jones pulling here and getting out in front and taking on number 1 here and really just putting him down. It's a really, really nice job. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. How you call a hold here on Braxton Jones is absolute ridiculous. Jones does such a great job getting downfield, getting to 34, and finishing his block. And somehow that's a hold. I'm not sure what the referee here saw because from what I can see, Jones absolutely crushes number 34. And this play right here should have been a gain of about 5 yards. Instead, the Bears are going to basically have to settle for a field goal because they get pushed back 10 yards. That's crazy right there. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and jump forward into the next rep. You got Justin Fields who's going to complete a 9-yard pass, and he does a great job avoiding the sack right here. Reiff made a massive mistake on this play. Let's go ahead and just break it down. First and foremost, as a tackle, as a guard, as a center, when you have guys that are slanting to the inside, when you have guys that are running defensive line games, when you have blitzes coming off the edge, you have to know the protection call. You have to know who's responsible for who. And in this play right here, Reiff obviously did not realize he had help from the running back. And that too, he tries to get to 25. He doesn't help Teven Jenkins at all. You know, you don't pass a guy off from one offensive lineman to the next by just kind of pushing him. And that's kind of what Reiff does on this play. He gets his hands on 93, but he just pushes him, and he expects Teven Jenkins to somehow make up ground and stop number 93. That's not realistic. If you guys watch Teven Jenkins and watch how Jenkins passes off number 96 to the center, Jenkins makes sure to get his hands all the way on him, and he makes sure the center has him before he tries to come back to the inside. That is how you correctly pass off a defensive line. But the way Reiff tries to pass off number 93 to Teven Jenkins, where he just pushes him and kind of throws him and just hopes that Jenkins can kind of catch him, is not the correct way. On top of that, I don't know how he would not have known that your running back will pick up the threat coming off the edge. Obviously, he felt that there wasn't anyone there, and you guys can see Fields gets pressured. Not a big deal because you guys obviously see it's a completed catch of 9 yards. But you guys know me, I'm an offensive line guy. I break down the O-line tape all the time, and this type of stuff is unacceptable. I understand Larry Borom's healthy, and for some reason, Riley Reiff ended up getting the start regardless. I'm not 100% sure why, but we'll see what ends up happening as the weeks kind of go along. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alrighty guys, jumping forward into this next play, you have a 3-by-1 set. Fields has to throw the ball early in my opinion, and this is something I think he's still developing a little bit. There wasn't any real pressure on this play, and I think Fields not throwing the football ended up forcing the offensive line to basically allow some pressure. If you guys look at Fields initially, if you watch the offensive line, the pocket was fairly clean. And of course, one of the reasons why the pocket stays clean, generally speaking, is because Fields has that dual threat ability. So the pass rush is naturally going to slow down. Guys aren't going to come to the inside. Guys are going to keep the wide angles. They're going to make sure to keep containment on Fields. But this was a really clean pocket, in my opinion, by the Bears offensive line. I think Justin Fields, for some reason, gave that little fake to that left right there. And that obviously slowed down the pass rush. But if you guys back it up to the other angle, you got to throw the football, in my opinion. And this isn't a shot at Fields. He's obviously still a developing quarterback who doesn't have a lot of weapons, but you're going to get the scissors concept up top where you have a deep post and a short post. And I think the short post was open. The receiver at the bottom is going to run a whip back to the inside. I think there was room for Fields to get the ball in here. And I think this is one of the things he needs to continue to develop. So let's go ahead and watch the play here in slow motion. As Fields takes the snap, you see the whip route at the bottom here. The receiver is going to out and come back to the inside. You see the scissors concept develop. You got the post to the inside. You got the short post to the outside, and Fields has to throw the football right now. You got to get it out there. You got to let your playmakers make plays. I'm going to give Justin Fields a pass because at the end of the day, this is still a 12-yard gain, and he's still able to complete the throw. Really nice job being able to throw it kind of backside, right? Rolling to the left, throwing it back to your right. Still a really nice throw, but there needs to be a time where I see Justin Fields hit his receiver in stride. And I do think that's going to happen, right? Obviously, he has to get a little bit more comfortable with the offense, with the speed of the game, and really just feel comfortable making those throws downfield. Just wanted to point this play out because that is one of the things we want to do with this breakdown. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to this next play. You're going to have a play action with Fields booting it out to the bottom of your screen. And it's really a levels concept. You're going to have the receiver at the bottom run a deep out. You have the receiver here running a drive route. And the third read is going to be the check down here. So basically, it's a levels concept where you have a read in the short, the medium, and deep levels of the field. Let's go ahead and watch the play. There's the play action. 13 is going to be the deep out. You got a drive here, and Justin Fields is going to hit the drive guy who is wide open. Really nice job, and I shouldn't say wide open. It's definitely a tight throw. Something Fields is doing way more often, right? Getting the ball into tight windows. Yes, the receiver's open at the moment, but when Fields delivers the pass, this isn't a whole lot of room. You have the underneath defender, although he's not looking at the football, and you have two guys right over the top. You throw this ball behind the receiver or just a little too high, this is being intercepted. That too, Fields is rolling to his left, and he's a right-handed quarterback. With the defender jumping, it's not a very easy pass right there to make. And Fields puts it right to his receiver for a 13-yard catch. Absolute beautiful job. Let's go ahead and watch it from the end zone angle. Really nice job with the play design. Absolutely love the levels concept that they're getting Fields. Really give him the options. Let him go out there and let him read the defense. But that too, get him out of the pocket. I think Fields does the most damage getting to the outside on those boots because that is the type of quarterback he is, right? He's quick. He can make plays. And I think keeping him in the pocket isn't the best thing right now because he does need to develop a little bit. Check this next play out. Really nice job by the offensive line. Really nice job by Fields to read the play, left to right, go through his progressions, and hit the wide receiver for a 16-yard throw. Absolute beautiful job if you guys ask me. You're going to get a guy blitzing off the right here. The Lions are going to bring 5. This is going to be a cover 1. And of course, they bring 5, so there's really just one safety deep. Fields reads it left to right, comes back and hits his receiver, Darnell Mooney, right in the middle of the field on the dig concept. Really nice job. by the offensive line and by Fields. Just go ahead and get to the next rep. I want you guys to watch the defensive end here. This is what happens when you have a dual threat quarterback, a guy that can keep a read option and run it. Number 97 here is the backside chase on this play, but watch number 97 stop himself and really have to hesitate that Justin Fields may keep the football in this play, right? You got an inside zone, although I'm not 100% sure if this had the read element to it, right? Could Fields have kept the ball? Possibly, but he hands it off on this play. Really nice job by Teven Jenkins and Sam Mustipher. Mustipher absolutely drives the one technique defensive lineman here, and he takes him to the left. That's a really, really nice job to move a guy. Jenkins, really nice job as well. He's going to double team with 71 Reiff. That double team, he's going to make sure Reiff can overtake him, and he's going to get up to the next level, which is that linebacker. And the running back picks up 6 yards just like that. So really, really nice job. Now, one of the things with modern day NFL offenses, there's multiple ways to attack defensive ends, especially defensive ends that want to crash hard. You can run read options, you can run zone plays where they're backside guys, or you can run the win back. And that's exactly what the Bears are going to do on this play right here. They're going to run a run in which they're going to make it seem like this is some sort of inside zone to the left. You see the right tackle, right guard, all blocking down. And it looks like this defender here is going to come on a wham block to the defensive end. But really, it's a win back. So the guy's not going to block the defensive end, and it's actually an outside run to that defensive end. So it kind of looks like they're about to come at that defensive end. And you do this to guys that want to crash down hard. That's exactly what they saw on tape. They came right at him. And this play doesn't hit for a touchdown. You know, a lot of the time, these type of plays hit for massive gains. But 5 yards is still 5 yards. And I love the fact that they're designing these type of concepts when guys want to crash hard, when guys want to defend the backside runs, because oftentimes those backside lanes are what allows inside zones or even wide zone runs sometimes. That's what allows those plays to hit for big gains, or at least hit for 4, 5, 6 yard gains. The way to stop that is the backside pursuit has to be there. That's what number 93 is doing. He's pursuing the backside. Generally speaking, that's okay. But as you guys see it, number 93 is just not quick enough to come back on the win back concept. And the Bears are able to pick up 5 yards on this play. Really, really, really love the design of this play. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Jumping forward, another very unique concept. It's a crack toss where you're going to get the guy to block down and get your tackle out here in space to pull. But the unique part of it is you're not going to hand it off to your running back. Instead, your running back is going to release to the left or to the bottom of your guys' screen, and it's going to be the quarterback that's going to just take the football. And that does a couple of different things. As the play begins, the quarterback's going to take the ball, the running back's going to go downwards, and the linebacker chases the running back. And if Fields keeps the ball, it's a crack toss. Really, really nice job in terms of reaching by the offensive lineman. Watch the reach here by Teven Jenkins on the long 3 technique defensive lineman. Really nice job being able to get to the outside and shutting him down. An even better crack block by number 13 here. Fantastic block right there. Absolute beautiful. Reiff isn't really able to get out there, but if somehow Reiff was able to get out there faster and quicker and get out to this defender here, you're looking at a possible touchdown, because this play right here would have developed, assuming that this guy here gets cut off and Fields is somehow able to slip through here. Of course, the backside safety would have a shot to bring him down, but overall, it's still a really, really nice job. 8 yard gain. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Keep an eye on the offensive line here. They do a really good job keeping the pocket clean, giving Fields that time to go through his progressions, and good things happen when you give Justin Fields time. The offensive line in the past has had so many great reps, but in every single game, they would just make 1 or 2 really bad mistakes. But the offensive line has shown promise, and I think it's really, really coming together. I mean, look at this right here. Look at the left guard, Schofield. He's going to pass off the defensive lineman and come back down and crush the nose here. That's a really nice job right there to get physical and get tough and to build that confidence for some of the guys on the offensive line. The thing you want is you want your veteran offensive lineman to come in and have that impact, show guys how things are done. That's a really nice job right there. And of course, you give Fields the time to put it into the pocket. Really nice job. Let's get to the next rep. And I love these read option concepts. You're going to attack the defensive end here. The right tackle, right guard are both going to block down. The two tight ends are going to block outwards. And because they block out, the defensive end has to be able to make the play on this play right here. Once again, Fields is going to make that read of that defensive end. He goes unblocked. The defensive end goes down to the running back. Fields keeps it. If the defensive end does not crash and kind of keeps the same base, Fields hands it off. Fields is going to hand this one off. And the crazy thing is, because Hutchinson cannot fully come downhill, he's not able to make the play right here. Like, he barely misses the running back, but because he barely misses the running back picks up 12 yards. That's how difficult these read options are to stop. But the thing with the read option is the quarterback has to be willing to keep the ball. And Justin Fields is willing to keep the ball, right? Fields shows that threat ability on running plays, right? Like the first play of the game was a read option, and Fields keeps it and runs it for a 28-yard run. And now the rest of the game, the defense is on its heels, right? They're not going to want Fields to keep the ball. So Hutchinson is going to keep a solid base and really make sure Fields hands this football off. But he's just not able to get to Herbert. And he's able to pick up 12 yards. Super simple concept. Let's get to the next rep. Jumping into Justin Fields' sack that he throws to Jeff Okudah. Justin Fields has to continue to develop, continue to learn and understand there's times to throw up passes and there's times not to throw up passes. Up 24-17, it's 2nd and 18. You don't need to force it if it's not there. Obviously, the Bears are trying to run a screen here to the tight end, and it gets taken away. And instead of just taking the sack, Fields tries to get out of it. He tries to take off running. And as he's about to get tackled, he just throws it up. That is not the way you want to do it, because Jeff Okudah obviously intercepts the pass. You guys see that he takes it back for a touchdown. And this play right here really changed the entire game, because now the game is basically 24-23 right after this interception. And that really impacts this team, because you could have punted the football and forced the Lions to have to drive downfield. Now, obviously, these are mistakes that I'm okay with, because these are mistakes that he's going to have to make in his career. He won't make the same mistake going forward, right? He's going to have learned now that that was the wrong play to make. And I'm okay with it. Jumping forward, I want to show you guys this play as well. The defense is in a cover 3, and the Bears are going to run the perfect concept to beat the cover 3. The slot corner is going to have the vertical hooks. The linebacker is going to drop back into the mid hooks, which means the vertical seams is exactly where you want to go on either side of the field. And the Bears have a vertical concept designed on the offensive side, and Fields misses the wide open wide receiver. You gotta throw the football right here for Justin Fields. He has a clean pocket. He has a guy wide open. And the read's not necessarily wrong, because you have the other receiver open here as well. But I think when you look at this play right here and you kind of look at what's going on in terms of the development, it's much harder throwing it to the guy here versus the open wide receiver here. Plus, we'll get into it from the end zone angle here in a second. You can see that Fields is reading this from the right of your screen to the left. And you can tell that because as soon as Justin Fields is going to snap the football, he's going to turn his body and he's going to look to the right of your screen. You got to take the shot when you have it. And these are things that he'll continue to improve on, right? These are things that he's going to continue to get better at as he develops over the course of his career. So reading the defense and reading these different defensive formations and knowing where to throw the football and just being comfortable with your throws, right? It's not the most open window, right? Because you do have a safety who's playing the middle of the field. You have a underneath defender and a guy covering the top third of the field. But you got to be able to make this pass in the NFL. I think it's a missed throw. Not a major deal. Just wanted to kind of throw it in there and just show it to you guys. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. This play right here is exactly why Justin Fields is a special player. You're going to get him out of the pocket, which I absolutely love. And he's rolling to his left, but is able to come back to his right and throw it deep to his tight end for a 50-yard touchdown pass. That right there is so difficult to do. 98% of quarterbacks cannot do these things. Roll to the bottom of the screen here or to your left as a right-handed quarterback and throw it back to the opposite side is ridiculous. And Justin Fields made it look super simple, delivered the throw, made the proper read. Justin Fields getting out of the pocket, in my opinion, looks so much better than in the pocket. And I know I've kind of mentioned that already, but it's a world of difference. And I think as the Bears kind of do this more often with Fields, he's going to continue to have more and more success. The guy looks really, really good, in my opinion, when he gets out of the pocket. His accuracy on the run is top tier. And this play really just kind of shows you guys what he can do out of the pocket. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Jumping into the 67-yard touchdown run. Absolutely love it, man. Once again, you got another read option. Fields makes one guy miss, and he's just too quick after that, and he takes it the distance. Beautiful job by Justin Fields on this play, specifically the read. If you guys watch this play from the backside, every single one of these guys is going to slant hard to the inside. I don't know for what reason they haven't realized that Fields will keep the ball. He will pull the football if you're going to slant inwards. And Fields makes the proper read. These guys all slant to the inside. He keeps the football. He knows he has the lead coming out that'll make the block. And from there, you know, you would think that he's going to just go down. He's going to just pick up the first down. Keep in mind, this was 3rd and 2. But that's not the case. He's looking to kill. He's looking to put it to the lines and put this game away. You know, Justin Fields has been such a great football player this year. In terms of his development, I now have been watching the Bears offensive line for the last 6 months. At the same time, I've been really studying Fields and kind of his development, and he's really taking the next step. Like, it is clear the offense has really benefited him. The offense is really built around Justin Fields and his strengths, right? And Justin Fields is really progressing and developing. Obviously, there's still things he needs to continue to develop, as we've kind of talked about those, but he will 100% develop. Now, let's go ahead and get into the final 3 plays of the game. The Bears are going to run a dagger concept with the slot receiver running deep and the outside receiver running a deep dig route. Now, Fields had the outside dig wide open, and unfortunately, he's going to get sacked. Reiff is going to allow the edge to Aiden Hutchinson, as you guys are going to see. But you can see the dig route coming open at the top of your screen, right? You got the influence route here with the slot, which is going to pull that safety, take him deep. And the dig is there. He is wide open. But of course, as you guys know, he didn't have the time in the pocket. The right tackle got beat pretty early in the rep. You guys can see Reiff is going to get bull rushed, and then he's going to get thrown to the side. And these are superstar plays, man, and Hutchinson is really, really good. But these are plays that the tackle has to make, right? Because Fields was looking, right? Like, you can look at Fields' eyes, you can look at his progression. Alrighty, guys, after that last sack, it is now 3rd and 15, and the Bears are in a bad spot, and Fields is going to just check it off to his running back, get 7 yards, and get into a 4th and 8, which is definitely manageable. Now, the final play, 4th and 8, not a terrible play call, but not that good of a job by the offensive line. Now, I do understand they do bring 5 guys, so the ball has to get out quick. And I think Fields, who was reading the deep dig route here, should have got away from that guy. As soon as he saw the rat defender in the cover 1, he should have went away from that progression. Maybe he hits the receiver at the bottom who's running a comeback route. Maybe there was a chance to complete a pass here had Fields timed it correctly, but that would have required a clean pocket, and this pocket just wasn't very clean. Not much Justin Fields could have done on this play. Once again, this game right here does suck, because for the Bears, you lose a game 31-30. You're right there. Fields made so many great plays on tape, but you just can't get that W. But long-term wise, these are the types of plays you want Fields to go through. These are the types of games, right? Those clutch moments. These moments right here are going to allow Fields to have so much success in the future. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was much different than some of the videos I made in the past. Generally speaking, I usually just break down offensive line tape, but I started to actually evaluate quarterbacks and offenses with former scouts and coaches. And it's something that I kind of want to start implementing in this offense. So instead of just offensive line, we'll throw in a couple of passing plays and concepts as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up. It really does help this channel grow. And I'll see you guys next time with another video.